As we continue to build the intensity and increase our range of motion, focusing on the hips today, we're taking a rotational focus, both external and internal. Find yourself in a lying down position with 2 tennis balls. Use something for under the head as a pillow. Stack the knees in line with the hips, and then knees in line with the ankles. 1 tennis ball will find our hand, and the other tennis ball will be behind the knee. Squeeze heel towards the glutes to find a squeeze for that tennis ball. Now from here, draw that top knee in towards the chest, hacky sack that ankle towards the face. Opening that inner thigh towards the face here. Open the knee up towards the ceiling. Keep that external rotation. We're only coming as far as those hips want to stay stacked. And then that knee stays in the same spot as we internally rotate. Thigh down towards the mat, ankle goes up towards the sky. From here, draw a straight line from the knee to the hip. Think belly button to spine, little extension, kick that foot back. Now open that knee up towards the ceiling. Imagine a string is pulling it straight up. And then when you reach the top, switch that rotation, hacky sack that ankle towards the face, and let those toes come down to the mat. We're starting in that external rotation here. Draw knee in towards chest, hover the foot, open the knee. Open until those hips are still stacked, and the knee stays in the same spot. Rotate thigh down towards the mat, ankle gets light. We start to draw that knee in line with the hip, thinking belly button to spine, little kick back. And then open the knee up towards the sky, staying in that internal, and then flip that rotation all the way through, toes find the mat. Take an inhale in here, and then exhale, knee in towards chest, hover the foot, open the knee. Rotate into internal, keeping that knee where it is, find that straight line. Little kick back, open the knee. Switch your rotation. Once that foot touches back down, you can take that tennis ball out and switch to the other side. Now you may notice some differences from side to side. Just take each hip where it's at today. I'm not forcing any further range of motion. We're drawing the knees in line with the hips and the ankles in line with the knees. 1 tennis ball in the hand, 1 behind that back knee. Squeeze the heel in towards the glutes. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Hacky sack the foot towards the face. Open the knee towards the ceiling. Nice and slow. Keep the hips stacked. Roll the thigh down towards the mat. Internal rotation. And then straight line from the knee to the hip, belly button to spine. Little kick back, squeeze the glute. Open the knee up towards the ceiling. And draw it all the way through. Toes touch on the mat. Starting in that external, let's take round 2. Oh, the tennis ball dropped. If it does, just put it back behind the knee, squeeze that heel in a little bit more, and then hover the foot. Open the knee. Roll that inner thigh down towards the mat. Ankle gets light. And then we draw that straight line from the hip to the knee. Little kick back. Open the knee up towards the ceiling. Draw into that external, hacky sack that ankle forward. Take an inhale in here, and then exhale, hover the foot. Open the knee, staying in that external rotation, thinking hacky sack the face. Roll the inner thigh down towards the mat, and then find that straight line from the knee to the hip. Little kick back. Open the knee up towards the ceiling, and then switch that rotation, hacky sack that foot all the way through, plant the foot. Let that go. It might feel nice to roll onto your back, just drawing some windshield wipers from side to side, noticing how those hips are feeling. And when you're ready, we'll come into a seated position, drawing that top leg into 90 degrees and that back leg into 90 degrees. Starting with a stretch on that front leg, we're going to twist the chest towards that front knee and start to walk those hands forward. Starting to crease the front of that thigh, holding a stretch here, Keeping that knee on lockdown all the way across the shin against the mat. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. And remember to focus on that breath, slowing down those exhales, allowing the body to find a bit of rest. We have about 1 more minute here. Leaning into that front leg. As you hold the stretch for the next 30 seconds, I'll start to go through what our PAILs and rails look like in this position. So this front leg is in our external rotation. We want to fight the position we're in first. So fighting from external into internal if possible. In PAILs, we're fighting the position we're in. So we're in external rotation. If we imagine the floor wasn't here, we would push down through the shin and swap that rotation into internal. So in PAILs, we're thinking about a scale under that shin. And the more we press down, the heavier it gets, holding that squeeze. And in rails, that scale shifts to under the knee, and we want to think about drawing weight through that knee, increasing the weight on the scale, lightness through the ankle. So when you're ready, come out of that stretch, take a moment if you need, maybe some movement, and we'll get right into it. We have 3 rounds here together, starting with that front leg, external rotation. Hands can either be beside or in front if you need to feel that stretch. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, weight through that shin. You're pushing down in towards the mat. Imagine you could flip that rotation, come to 30% effort. 40, 50, can you find 60? Notice where you feel that squeeze. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the scale under the knee, inhale in. And then exhale, we're driving that knee down, thinking about rotating the thigh up towards the sky, lightness through the ankle, 30%. 40, 50, 60. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Take a breath here. And we'll get right into that second round. Inhale in. Exhale, drive that shin down. Get heavier if there is a scale under the shin, 30%. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, maybe 90 or 100. We'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. Exhale, we're driving to that knee, trying to wrap that inner thigh up towards the ceiling, lightness through the ankle, 40%. 50, 60, 70, 80. Can you get 90 or 100? Hold that squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften it out. If you need to come out of this side, take some movement before we take that third and final round. Now in this third round, this is our grip it and rip it. So we're ramping it up very quickly, finding 50% right away. Take an inhale in. Exhale, drive that shin down, 50%. 70, 90, 100 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Okay, now we're moving into that back leg. So staying where you are, draw that back foot in line with the back knee. If you need a little support under the knee, grab that here. And then that front leg can now start to come in towards the body a little bit more. We want to think about sitting back into that left hip so we notice a stretch. Now we're holding our stretch here for 2 minutes. So take what you need. If you notice there's a huge gap under that one hip, you can always stack a block underneath. We have about 1.5 minutes left here, so I'll let you know when we're done our hold. About 1 more minute here. Notice where you feel that stretch. Can you continue to draw that exhale nice and long, allowing the body to relax? And in these last 30 seconds, I'll go through what PAILs and rails looks like on this back leg. We're currently in that internal rotation, thinking rolling the thigh down towards the mat. So to fight this position, we're getting nice and heavy through that inner calf and ankle, trying to draw that knee all the way around. If we could open that knee up towards the sky, coming into external. And then in internal, we're thinking heavy through that inner thigh and knee, imagining we could lift that ankle off the mat. Now we want to keep those hips in mind. We're continuing to sit that left hip back, not lifting the hips to get height off of our mat. If you need to stretch out that back leg before we get into our working sets. And on your exhale, you're driving through that inner shin, trying to rotate the thigh up towards the ceiling. Come to 30% effort. 40, 50. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale in. And on your exhale, we get heavy through that inner thigh, trying to draw lightness through the ankle. Keep those hips seated back. We're holding 30%, 50, 60. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Lean forward if you want to find a little bit of a stretch. Take a breath. And then set back up. We have that second round right away. Inhale in. Exhale, drive to the inner shin. Try to rotate that knee open towards the sky. 50%. 60, 70, 80, 90 or 100. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. Exhale, heavy through that inner thigh, knee. Try to imagine you could rotate that thigh down towards the mat. Lightness through the ankle, 50%. 60, 70, 80. Sit those hips back. 90 or 100. Let's hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. If you need to come out of this stretch, take some movement and we'll get right into that third round. Setting yourself up, high seat. Inhale in. Exhale, drive the inner shin down 50%. 70, 90 or 100. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. Exhale, drive through the inner thigh, knee 50%. 70, 80, 90 or 100. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're all done on this side, so take any movement you need and meet me with the opposite leg forward. Finding that stretch through the front leg so that back heel can be in towards the body, leaning forward into that front leg, noticing your stretch. We're here for about 2 minutes. You might be feeling a stretch maybe through that inner thigh or outside of the hip. Noticing that nice long exhale to relax the body. About 1 minute left here. And as you stay in the stretch for this last 30 seconds, just reviewing what our PAILs and rails looks like here. We're in external, so we're fighting to get into internal by pushing through that shin in PAILs. And then in rails, imagine a scale under that knee, bringing heaviness through the knee, lightness through the ankle. Setting up for that first round right away, take an inhale in, and exhale, push down through the shin. Wrap. Imagine you could bring that inner knee towards the mat. Find 30%, 40, 50, 60. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale in. Exhale, get heavy through the knee, wrapping that inner thigh towards the ceiling, lightness through the ankle. 30%, 40, 50, 60. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Come out of that stretch if you need to. And we'll get right into rounds 2 and 3. Sit up nice and tall. Find your stretch. Take an inhale in. And exhale, drive through that shin. 50%. 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe 100. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale in. Exhale, drive that knee, wrapping inner thigh towards the ceiling, lightness in that ankle. 50%, 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe 100. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Take a breath here. Now inhale to prepare. Exhale, drive that chin down. 50% right away. 70, 90 or 100. We're holding for 10, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in, weight through that knee, wrap inner thigh. 50%, 70, 90 or 100. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Take any movement you need before we transition into that back leg. If needed, you can draw that front heel in towards the body, stack that ankle in line with the knee for that back leg, and sit that right hip back. Feel your stretch. We're holding here for about 2 minutes. I'll let you know when our hold is done. Notice where you feel that stretch. We've got another minute here. Now that our 2-minute hold is done, let's get into those 3 rounds right away. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, drive through that inner shin, trying to drive the inner thigh up towards the ceiling, holding 30%, 40, 50. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale in, keep those hips back. Weight through the knee, try to lift the ankle, 30%, 40. We're rolling inner thigh down towards the mat, 50%. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Come out of the stretch if you need to, or just leaning forward. Take a breath here. And then we'll get right into those next 2 rounds. Sit up nice and tall. Sit that right hip back. Inhale in. Exhale, drive through that lower leg. Imagine you could wrap the inner thigh towards the ceiling, 40%. Find 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. Exhale, drive that knee, rolling inner thigh down towards the mat. 30%, 40, 60, 70, 90 or 100. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. Take a round of breath. Let's set back up. Inhale in. Exhale, drive through that shin, wrap inner thigh towards ceiling, 50%, 70, 90 or 100. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in. Exhale, roll inner thigh down towards the mat. Find 50%, 70, 90, 100 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out. You're all done with your PAILs and rails for today. Now let's seal in all of that internal rotation work. Starting on that opposite leg that you just had as the back. Lie onto your side. Draw those arms out in front of the body, knees in line with the hip, ankles in line with the knee. And then top leg is coming completely straight. We're turning that knee down towards mat, toes turned down. Find lightness through that side body. And then take an inhale in. On your exhale, we're driving that heel up towards the sky, opening that hip. When the hips are stacked and you can't go anymore, draw a straight line from the toes all the way to the hip. Continue to roll the thigh down towards mat even more. Take an inhale in here. Exhale, kick back. Now open up through that heel.
creating a big circle all the way up towards the ceiling, and then toes down towards mat, stay in that internal. Let's take one more round. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, draw that circle with the heel. All the way open, nice and slow. You can't go anymore. Create that straight line. Continue to roll inner thigh down towards the mat. Little kick back. Open up through that heel. Come all the way up towards the ceiling and back in front of the body. Now shake it out and switch to that opposite side. Stack your knees and your ankles, arms out in front. Extend that top leg, toes down towards the mat. Lightness through that side body, engaging the core, and then hover the foot. Open through that heel, keep the hip stacked, and then draw that straight line from the hip to the toes, continuing rolling inner thigh down towards the mat. Little kick back. Open up through that heel, high towards the sky, and then all the way in front of the body, staying in that internal rotation. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Open the leg. Straight line from the hip to the toes, rolling those toes down, inner thigh towards the mat. Little kick back, and then open the heel up towards the ceiling. Come all the way through to center and back down to the mat. Relax it out. Take what you need. And if you joined us for Feel Good Foundations, this is the last mobility video for the program, and we're so happy you were able to join us.